Have you ever wondered why your closet is overflowing with clothes but you still feel like you have nothing to wear? Welcome to the world of fast fashion. Fast fashion is all about churning out trendy clothes quickly and cheaply. It's like a never-ending conveyor belt of styles, tempting us to buy more and more. But there's a catch. A big one. Shockingly, we're buying 60% more clothes now compared to just 20 years ago, but keeping each item for half as long. This means mountains of clothes ending up in landfills, harming our planet. It's a vicious cycle that's hard to escape. Let's dive deeper into the problems caused by this fast-paced industry and explore ways to break free from the cycle. The fast fashion business model. Fast fashion has taken the world by storm, offering trendy clothes at incredibly low prices. But how do these brands manage to keep up with the seemingly endless demand for new styles? The answer lies in a carefully crafted business model. At the heart of fast fashion is the concept of rapid production cycles. These brands churn out new collections at lightning speed, responding quickly to the latest trends. By keeping manufacturing costs low and focusing on high-volume sales, they can offer affordable prices to consumers. However, this speedy approach comes at a significant cost. To meet the demands of fast fashion, brands often rely on cheap labor and unsustainable materials, contributing to environmental and social issues. In the next section, we'll delve deeper into the negative impacts of this model and explore the consequences for both people and the planet. The psychology behind the purchase. Fast fashion brands are masters of manipulating our desires. Social media platforms are flooded with perfectly curated feeds showcasing the latest trends, making us crave the newest styles. Fear of missing out, FOMO, kicks in, pushing us to buy impulsively. The constant stream of new collections creates a sense of urgency, making us feel like we need to stay updated. This psychological tactic keeps us hooked, constantly searching for the next big thing. Additionally, the perception of affordability makes these purchases seem less of a financial burden, further fueling the cycle of consumption. Every time we buy a new piece, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat the process. It's a vicious cycle that's hard to break free from. Understanding these psychological triggers is the first step towards making more conscious fashion choices. By recognizing the tactics used by fast fashion brands, we can start to build a more sustainable wardrobe. Let's explore ways to break free from this cycle and adopt a more mindful approach to fashion. The fashion industry's dirty secret. Fast fashion might look shiny and new, but it comes with a big price tag for the planet. Let's talk about the mess it creates. First, there's all that waste. Clothes end up in landfills faster than you can say, "New season." This is bad news for the earth because it takes forever for these clothes to break down. Imagine a mountain of old t-shirts. Not pretty. Then there's the water problem. Making clothes uses a ton of water, and some of the chemicals used to dye them can pollute our rivers and oceans. It's like giving our planet a big, unwanted bath. And let's not forget about tiny pieces of plastic called microfibers. These come from our clothes when they're washed and end up in the water. It's like sprinkling glitter everywhere, but not the fun kind. These tiny bits of plastic harm sea creatures and mess up our ecosystems. It's a big problem, but together, we can make a difference. Let's find ways to wear our clothes longer, recycle when we can, and support brands that care about the planet. The human cost of fast fashion. Behind the glamorous runway shows and glossy magazine spreads lies a dark reality. The fast fashion industry often relies on exploited workers in developing countries, subjected to poor working conditions and low wages. Child labor is also a persistent problem in some regions. Moreover, fast fashion has been criticized for cultural appropriation, where traditional designs and motifs from indigenous cultures are used without proper recognition or compensation. This not only disrespects cultural heritage but also contributes to the exploitation of marginalized communities. It's essential to be aware of these issues and support brands that prioritize ethical and sustainable practices. By making conscious choices, we can help create a more just and equitable fashion industry. The hidden costs of fast fashion. The allure of fast fashion lies in its affordability and accessibility. However, this convenience comes at a steep price for both people and the planet. Behind the trendy clothes we love often lies a hidden world of environmental destruction. From the cultivation of cotton, which requires vast amounts of water and pesticides, to the energy-intensive production process, fast fashion leaves a significant carbon footprint. The waste generated by the industry, from excess fabric to discarded clothing, further exacerbates the problem. Moreover, the workers who produce our clothes often face hazardous working conditions and low wages. The relentless pace of production prioritizes speed over safety, leading to physical and mental health issues for countless individuals. The dominance of fast fashion has also impacted local economies, as small, independent clothing businesses struggle to compete with large, multinational corporations. This homogenization of the fashion landscape reduces diversity and creativity while increasing our reliance on a few powerful players. It's time to rethink our consumption habits and support businesses that prioritize sustainability and ethical practices. By making conscious choices, we can help create a more just and environmentally friendly fashion industry. Slow fashion. Dressing with a conscience. While fast fashion offers quick fixes for our wardrobes, it comes at a high cost. Let's talk about slow fashion, a movement that prioritizes quality over quantity, ethics over trends. Slow fashion isn't just about buying less, it's about buying better. It's about choosing clothes made from sustainable materials and produced in ethical working conditions. It's about investing in pieces that will last for years, rather than ending up in a landfill after a few wears. Imagine a world where clothes are cherished, repaired, and passed down through generations. That's the vision of slow fashion. It's not about deprivation but about making conscious choices that benefit both you and the planet. Let's explore how to build a wardrobe that's not only stylish but also sustainable. Would you like to dive deeper into the benefits of slow fashion or explore tips for building a sustainable wardrobe? Why we can't stop buying fast fashion has us hooked. New styles drop every week, and it's easy to get caught up in the excitement. We're buying more clothes than ever before, but keeping them for less time. It's like a never-ending cycle of shopping and tossing. Social media plays a big role in this. Seeing our favorite influencers in the latest trends makes us want it all. It's easy to feel like we need to stay up to date to fit in. Plus, stores are really good at making us think we need something new. They offer discounts, limited editions, and create a sense of urgency to buy now. But here's the thing. We're buying way more clothes than we actually need or wear. Our closets are overflowing, but we still feel like there's nothing to wear. It's a crazy cycle that's hard to break free from. Let's talk about how we can slow down and make better choices. The fast fashion marketing machine, fast fashion brands are masters of persuasion. They use clever tactics to make us crave the latest trends. From bombarding us with ads to creating a sense of urgency with limited edition drops, they've got us hooked. Influencer culture has also played a huge role. We see our favorite stars wearing these trendy clothes, and it makes us want them too. It's like a never-ending cycle of desire and purchase. But let's be real, do we really need all these clothes? Let's break free from the hype and make more conscious choices. Tech, the fashion industry's new BFF. Technology has become the fashion industry's new best friend. E-commerce has made shopping super easy, but it's also fueled our obsession with new clothes. With just a few clicks, we can have a whole new wardrobe at our doorstep. But it's not all bad news. Tech is also trying to help fix the problems caused by fast fashion. Things like virtual try-ons and 3D designs could help us buy less by letting us see how clothes look without actually buying them. And some smart people are working on ways to recycle clothes into new ones, which is pretty cool. It's a mix of good and bad, but one thing's for sure. Technology is changing the way we dress, for better or worse. Fast fashion's impact on our bodies and minds. Fast fashion isn't just about the clothes, it's about how we feel in them. The images we see in magazines, on billboards, and social media often portray unrealistic body standards. These images can make us feel bad about our own bodies, leading to issues like low self-esteem and body image problems. It's like we're constantly being compared to models who look perfect, and it's hard not to feel like we don't measure up. This can lead to unhealthy relationships with food and exercise, as we try to fit into a mold that's simply not real. It's important to remember that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Let's focus on feeling good in our own skin, rather than chasing after unrealistic ideals. Circular fashion. A new way to wear circular fashion is all about keeping clothes in use for as long as possible. Instead of a linear process where clothes are made, worn, and then discarded, circular fashion aims to create a closed loop. This means recycling old clothes into new fabrics, renting instead of buying, and repairing clothes instead of replacing them. It's like giving your clothes a second life, and maybe even a third or fourth. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Creating a truly circular fashion system is complex. We need better technology to recycle certain fabrics, and consumers need to be willing to change their habits. But the potential benefits for the planet and our wallets are huge. Let's work together to build a fashion world where clothes have endless possibilities. Sustainable alternatives to fast fashion. Tired of the fast fashion treadmill? It's time to explore greener alternatives. Look for clothes made from eco-friendly materials like organic cotton, recycled polyester, or bamboo. These fabrics often have a smaller environmental footprint compared to traditional options. Supporting ethical brands is another key step. Look for companies that prioritize fair labor practices, transparent supply chains, and sustainable production methods. By choosing to invest in quality over quantity, you're not only helping the planet but also building a wardrobe that lasts. Don't underestimate the power of DIY and mending. Repairing your clothes can extend their lifespan significantly. Plus, upcycling old garments into new pieces is a fun and creative way to reduce waste. Building a capsule wardrobe is another sustainable approach. By focusing on versatile pieces that can be mixed and matched, you'll reduce the need for constant shopping and minimize your environmental impact. Can governments save fashion? Governments have a big role to play in making fashion more sustainable. They can create rules that make companies behave better. Imagine if all clothes had to be made in a way that's good for the planet and the people who make them. That would be amazing. There are already some rules about how clothes are made, but we need more and stricter ones. Things like making sure factories are safe and pay workers fairly are important. Also, clear labels on clothes can help us know if they were made in a good way. Countries can work together to make even bigger changes. Imagine if there were global rules about how to make clothes that everyone had to follow. That would be a game changer. We need leaders who care about the planet and the people who make our clothes. By supporting politicians who want to make a difference, we can help create a fashion industry that's both stylish and sustainable. Educating the conscious consumer. Empowering consumers is key to driving sustainable fashion forward. Education plays a vital role in fostering informed choices and creating a demand for ethical and eco-friendly products. Resources like documentaries, online platforms, and educational campaigns can significantly impact consumer awareness. By understanding the environmental and social consequences of fast fashion, individuals can make conscious decisions about their wardrobe. Schools and universities have a crucial role to play in incorporating sustainability into fashion education, equipping future generations with the knowledge and skills to create a more responsible fashion industry. The media also holds significant power in shaping consumer perceptions. By promoting sustainable fashion and highlighting the negative impacts of fast fashion, media outlets can contribute to a shift in consumer behavior. Additionally, featuring stories of individuals and brands making a positive difference can inspire others to follow suit. We are witnessing a growing trend towards conscious consumption, with consumers increasingly seeking out sustainable alternatives. As technology advances, we can expect to see innovative solutions emerge, such as improved recycling processes, alternative materials, and virtual try-ons to reduce waste. The future of fashion lies in the hands of both consumers and the industry, with a shared commitment to sustainability. Let's change the fashion game together. We've talked about the problems with fast fashion, but it's time to focus on the solutions. By understanding how our clothes are made and where they end up, we can make smarter choices. Let's support brands that care about people and the planet, and let's demand better from the fashion industry. Remember, small steps can make a big difference. Together, we can create a fashion world that's both stylish and sustainable.